When we picture the lifestyles of the ultra-wealthy, our minds often conjure images of extravagant mansions, fleets of luxury cars, and closets brimming with designer fashion. But the reality behind closed doors is far more nuanced, and in many ways, the opposite of what most people imagine. The ultra-wealthy, those with resources stretching into the tens or hundreds of millions, deliberately avoid buying many of the things that most people dream of owning. This is not because they lack the means, but because they understand a fundamental truth about wealth. True financial power is not found in consumption, but in restraint, strategy, and a relentless focus on long-term freedom. For the wealthy, the allure of the latest gadget, car, or status symbol is often seen as a trap, a liability disguised as a luxury. Where the average consumer might see a new car as a reward for hard work, the ultra-wealthy see it as a depreciating asset, a silent thief that erodes their capital and, ultimately, their freedom. They understand that most purchases do not enhance their lives, but instead create ongoing obligations, maintenance, storage, insurance, and mental clutter. Instead of filling their lives with possessions, they choose minimalism, valuing clarity, efficiency, and time over the fleeting thrill of acquisition. Many of the wealthiest individuals opt to rent rather than own, not out of necessity, but by choice. They rent homes, cars, even private jets, recognizing that ownership often brings more headaches than benefits. By renting, they maintain flexibility, avoid tying up capital, and can move swiftly when new opportunities arise. This approach extends beyond material possessions into the very fabric of their social lives. The ultra-wealthy value privacy over popularity. They are seldom seen splashing their wealth on social media or chasing the approval of the masses. Instead, they cultivate a close, trusted circle, investing in relationships that compound in value over time. It's important to realize that the rich do not avoid spending altogether. They simply spend differently. Instead of channeling their money into things, they pour it into assets that generate more money and, crucially, more time. They invest in leverage, scalable systems, and opportunities that allow them to multiply their efforts. Tax efficiency is one of the first and most significant areas they focus on. While many view taxes as an unavoidable drain, the ultra-wealthy see them as a puzzle to be solved. They hire top advisors, structure their assets in sophisticated ways, and constantly seek out legal strategies to minimize their tax burden. Every dollar saved is a dollar that can be reinvested, compounding their wealth further. Their investments aren't limited to traditional stocks and bonds. The ultra-wealthy gravitate toward private equity, real estate with generational upside, intellectual property, and even political influence. Each move is calculated not for short-term gain, but for long-term positioning. They understand that money isn't just for spending, it's a weapon for building moats around their wealth, barriers that protect and fortify their position for decades to come. But perhaps the most powerful difference lies in their relationship with gratification. While much of the world is addicted to the dopamine rush of buying the next big thing, the ultra-wealthy practice patience and discipline. They delay gratification, investing in education, in personal and professional growth, and in building resilience. They know that fleeting comfort and entertainment are poor substitutes for the enduring rewards of mastery, reputation, and influence. When they do spend, it's often to buy back time. They hire assistants, outsource tasks, and build teams that allow them to focus on what matters most. Their money works for them, not the other way around. Instead of shopping for possessions, they shop for businesses, cash-flowing properties, and opportunities to create future monopolies. Where others see risk, they see leverage, ways to amplify their efforts and expand their influence. It's easy to envy the visible trappings of wealth. But the truth is, the truly rich are often invisible. Their greatest flex is not a flashy watch or a sports car, but their ability to move through the world quietly, unencumbered by the need to impress. They know that the most powerful financial move is restraint. In a world obsessed with showing off, they have discovered the rarest luxury of all: invisibility. Every dollar not spent on fleeting pleasures is a soldier invested wisely, compounding, creating new opportunities, and building a fortress of freedom. The wealthy understand that most people are kept broke not by lack of income, but by the relentless cycle of consumerism, buying things to impress people who don't matter, accumulating liabilities that drain resources and attention. They reject this model entirely, choosing instead to create systems where their money does the heavy lifting, generating returns, creating impact, and securing their legacy. So, what does this mean for you? It's time to look critically at your own spending habits. What are you buying that's secretly keeping you stuck? Are you investing in your future, or are you accumulating distractions and obligations? The path to true wealth doesn't begin with a windfall or a lucky break. It starts with a change in mindset, a willingness to question the status quo, and the courage to choose restraint over indulgence. The ultra-wealthy have learned that the real measure of success is not how much you can buy, but how much freedom you can create. They understand that wealth is not about showing off. It's about building a life on your own terms, with the resources, relationships, and time to pursue what truly matters. Every dollar is a choice, a vote for the future you want to build. So before your next purchase, ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to freedom or chaining me to the grind? Am I investing in assets that will grow, or am I simply consuming for the sake of consumption? The answers may surprise you, and they might just be the key to unlocking a future of true wealth and freedom.